These companies are so large and so influential, it's insane, but they maintain their private status, which allows them to do whatever it is, almost anything that they want. They can enforce any kind of rules that they want, and it can come from like any type of ideology, if you will. Just look at the rules, right? A lot of them can be seen as ideologically based, and that's what I was talking about that split, where you look at people on one side and the other. Half these people agree with the rules, half of them don't, and you can be like, well, just get off the app. Then if you get off the app, it's almost like you just got kicked out of society. A lot of people on these apps, this is their job. They're journalists, they're content creators, whatever the case may be. But it's so hard for them to function in an environment in which some of the rules are ideologically based. Example, Meghan Murphy. She was a journalist. I believe she lived in Canada. I don't think she lives there anymore. I think she moved, but she was a journalist and she's a feminist. So just keep that in mind on which side of the aisle feminists typically lie on, which is the left, right? This is my left, your left, my right, on the left.
Today, Junior?
So she lies on the left side of the spectrum, of the political spectrum. Obviously, she would, side with anything that's there, right? It's a given. But in terms of this, like, it's not really a movement, but just like the trans community, if you will. Her as a feminist, at least how she described it, is that she just took issue to like people trying to portray themselves as something they're not on a biological level, because her as a woman, she knows what she goes through and what she has to put up with as a woman. So someone then saying that they are a woman when they are not, that rubbed her the wrong way. And she tweeted something along the lines of that. Now, if I can find the tweet, I will put it up.
One of the tweets that my account was locked down for was, what's the difference between a man and a trans woman? The other tweet, of course, was men aren't women.
But like I said, it was just basically alluding to that. And she got banned. She got banned off Twitter. And she's a feminist. So if you look at it, it's like, well, okay, a lot of the rules that Twitter enforces, she might agree with. And they kicked her off the platform. Permanently banned. You cannot get back on this platform whatsoever. And it's just so crazy to me, because if you are making a tweet that is rooted in biology, for there to be a rule that essentially says that if you make that claim toward a person, right, we see that as harassment. Therefore, we're going to ban you. How's that not ideologically based? And this has nothing to do on whether you support a certain community or not. That's not what this conversation is about. The point that I'm trying to make is that the rules are like going in one direction, and that's the direction that a portion of society is influencing, right? So if they're doing that, then for a good chunk of people who are on these platforms, they really have no option like to voice their opinions and to say what it is they want to say, to do their job, if their job is being on social media, without dealing with these social media companies who are clearly biased at some type of level on the political spectrum, and they are also private. Therefore, if they kick you off, you can't be like, that's constitutional. What are you talking about, constitution? We don't have a constitution. We're a group of unelected officials who have a company that is so large, it can impact what goes on in society. Also, because we're private, we don't really have to listen to you.